Welcome back to Coin Collecting Insights, your ultimate destination for fascinating coin stories, market trends, and valuable finds. Today, first up, we're diving deep into the USA Roosevelt dime from 1995 with D mint mark, specifically one with a unique black shade in fine condition. Is this coin sitting in your collection worth big bucks in today's collector market? Stick around to find out. Before we talk about the black shaded variant, let's take a moment to appreciate the Roosevelt dime itself. First minted in 1946, this coin was introduced to honor President Franklin D Roosevelt, a champion for the fight against polio. Its design by John Sinek has remained largely unchanged, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The 1995 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints in the United States. In total, over 1.4 billion dimes were minted that year at Denver, making it a common date coin for most collectors. However, there's a twist to this story. Coins with unique toning or discoloration, like the black shaded variant, can dramatically increase in value. Let's zoom in on this coin's defining feature, the black toning. This discoloration often occurs due to environmental exposure, such as humidity or chemical reactions with coin holders. While some see it as damage, collectors see toning, especially dramatic and eye-catching tones, as an artistic transformation. In fine condition, the coin shows moderate wear. On a Roosevelt dime, this means details like the hair above Roosevelt's ear and the torch's flames on the reverse are somewhat worn but still visible. Remember, condition plays a crucial role in determining value. However, with unique features like the black toning, demand can outweigh condition concerns. Now, let's talk dollars. On the collector's market today, a standard 1995 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime in fine condition is worth about $86,000, very more above face value. However, coins with unique toning, such as the striking black shade, are a different story. Collectors and numismatic enthusiasts value these coins as conversation pieces and works of art. The black-shaded 1995 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime in fine condition can fetch anywhere from $90,000, depending on the depth, uniformity, and visual appeal of the toning. Exceptional examples, or those with high demand, could go for even more in niche auctions. So what drives up the value of a black-toned 1995 with D mint mark dime? Here are the key factors. Does the black shade cover the entire surface or is it partial? Is it aesthetically pleasing? How many similar examples are available to collectors? Coins authenticated and graded by organizations like PCGS or NGC can command higher prices. Toned coins are trendy in the numismatic community. The right buyer can make all the difference. Thinking about adding a black-shaded 1995 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime to your collection or selling one you already own? Here are some tips. Store toned coins in a controlled environment to prevent further discoloration or damage. A certified coin not only confirms its authenticity, but also increases its value. Check recent auction prices and collector forums to gauge current demand. The 1995 with D mint mark Roosevelt dime with black toning is a perfect example of how something as simple as environmental exposure can create a collectible treasure. Its base value might be highest, the story and uniqueness behind the toning can turn it into a prized piece for the right buyer. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of modern coinage, featuring a very special piece, The 2001 Roosevelt dime, with its stunning silver shade and D mint mark. While this dime might seem like just another coin in your pocket, its fine condition and collector appeal can fetch significant value in today's numismatic market. First, let's talk about the history of the Roosevelt dime. This coin was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, and his significant contributions, including his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The dime's design, created by sculptor John R. Sinek, features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch on the reverse. The 2001 Roosevelt dime from the Denver Mint is particularly intriguing to collectors due to its subtle variations and unique appeal in fine condition. Though the standard composition of this coin is a copper core with a clad layer of nickel, the term silver shade is often used to describe examples with an unusually bright and reflective surface. These characteristics make this dime stand out in the numismatic community. But what about its value? A 2001 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark in fine condition possesses a distinct silver hue or other unique traits. Its market value increases. Coins in fine condition may sell for around $80,000 in niche collectors' markets, especially if the coin's luster and strike are well preserved. So, how can you identify and appraise your 2001 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark? Here are a few tips. Coins in fine condition should have minimal wear, with visible details in Roosevelt's hair and the torch on the reverse. The D mint mark near the base of the torch indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to search for die cracks, double strikes, or other anomalies. And don't forget to use a coin grading guide or consult a professional numismatist for a more precise valuation. Why does this coin hold value for collectors? The Roosevelt dime series is still in circulation, but dimes from certain years and mints, like this 2001 Denver Mint coin, hold historical and aesthetic appeal. Additionally, some collectors aim to build complete sets, making every year and mint mark important. The 2001 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark in fine condition may make you a millionaire. Its unique appeal and collector interest can make it worth far more than a dime of skin. So, don't overlook the potential treasures hiding in your pocket change. Next up, we're diving into a unique and intriguing coin, the 1993 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark, featuring a striking black shade on its reverse side. This coin, in very fine condition, has been creating waves in the collector's market. Could it be worth more than just 10 cents? Stick around to find out. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of American currency since 1946, commemorating President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his contributions, particularly his leadership during World War II and his advocacy for polio research. The coin's design, with Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse, symbolizes freedom, peace, and strength. In 1993, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes. However, not all coins are created equal. Among these, some dimes stand out due to unique minting errors or environmental factors that alter their appearance, like the black shade on the reverse side of this coin. These anomalies pique the interest of collectors and can significantly boost the coin's market value. Now, let's talk about the mysterious black shade on the reverse side. This could result from a variety of factors, including a flaw during the minting process, such as improper annealing or contamination, can cause discoloration. Post-mint exposure to certain chemicals or extreme conditions may alter the coin's appearance. Either way, such variations are highly sought after by collectors, especially when combined with other factors like the coin's age and condition. Condition plays a pivotal role in determining a coin's value. This 1993 Roosevelt dime is graded as very fine, meaning it shows moderate wear but retains most of its details. For instance, you can clearly see Roosevelt's profile and the torch design on the reverse. This grade, combined with the unique black shade, makes it an attractive piece for collectors. Now, the big question, what's this dime worth today? In very fine condition, a standard 1993 Roosevelt dime with P mintmark black shade on the reverse elevates its value. Depending on the rarity and demand, collectors are willing to pay anywhere $605,000, and in some cases, even more if the coin has a verified minting error. The exact value can vary based on factors like provenance and market trends. The 1993 Roosevelt dime with a black shaded reverse and P mint mark is a testament to how even the smallest coins can hold significant value in the collector's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, keep an eye out for these hidden treasures. They might be worth far more than you expect. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of collectible coins with a spotlight on a unique piece, the 1988 Roosevelt dime with the Denver Mint Mark, or D, featuring a mysterious black shade on its reverse side. Could this be your ticket to owning a valuable piece of history? Let's find out. The Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946, has been a staple of American currency for decades. This iconic coin features President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse side, while the reverse showcases a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, a symbol of liberty, peace, and strength. However, every so often, a regular coin becomes extraordinary thanks to a unique flaw or feature. That's the story with the 1988 D-Mint Roosevelt dime that we're exploring today. What makes this dime stand out in the collector market? It's the black shading on its reverse side. This unusual characteristic is a standard design element. It's often attributed to environmental factors, chemical exposure, or minting anomalies during production. But to collectors, these features transform ordinary coins into rare treasures. So, what's the value of a 1988 Roosevelt dime with a black shade on its reverse? In today's collector market, such coins in good condition can fetch anywhere $120,000. Coins graded in good condition show noticeable wear but maintain identifiable details. Higher grade examples with less wear can command even more value. The extent, uniformity, and depth of the black shading can influence its desirability. 1988 with D mint mark dimes are inherently rare. Those with anomalies like this are far less common, making them appealing to niche collectors. How much collectors are willing to pay depends on current trends and interest in era coins. Think you might have this coin in your collection? Here's how to identify it. Ensure it's a 1988 dime with the D mint mark below Roosevelt's neck. Look for the distinct black shade. Use a magnifying glass for a detailed view. It's always a good idea to get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once you've identified it, proper preservation is key. Store your dime in a coin holder or a protective case to prevent further discoloration or damage. Error coins like this one tell a story. They're snapshots of unexpected occurrences during the minting process, whether it's a die clash, double strike, or environmental discoloration like the black shading here. These quirks make the coin world endlessly fascinating. The 1988 Roosevelt dime with dime mint mark and its enigmatic black shade on the reverse is more than just loose change. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, it's coins like this that keep the hunt thrilling. Remember, every coin has a story, and some of those stories are worth more than you'd expect. Next up, we are diving into the fascinating world of the Roosevelt dime disco, a staple of U.S. currency since 1946. Specifically, we'll explore the 2001 Roosevelt dime with the PF mint mark and why, even in very good condition, it holds a surprising value for collectors in today's market. Before we discuss its market value, let's take a closer look at the 2001 Roosevelt dime itself. This coin was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the PM mint mark. It's composed of a copper-nickel blend, weighing 2.27 grams and measuring 17.9 millimeters in diameter. The obverse features the iconic profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, while the reverse displays the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. The Roosevelt dime was introduced to honor the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a pivotal role in the fight against polio and helped establish the March of Dimes. This coin has become a symbol of resilience and innovation, much like the man it commemorates. So, what makes the 2001 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark appealing to collectors? While the 2001 dimes aren't rare in the traditional sense, over 1.5 billion were minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins in well-preserved condition, even in circulated grades like very good, can attract interest. Here's why. Many collectors aim to complete a full set of Roosevelt dimes, spanning all years and mint marks. The 2001 P dime is a necessary piece for these collections. Some 2001 dimes exhibit fascinating errors, such as off-center strikes or double dies. If your coin has such anomalies, its value could skyrocket. Over time, coins naturally wear down or are lost, making even common coins harder to find in good condition. A very good grade suggests light but visible wear, which keeps key design elements intact. Now, let's talk numbers. What is the market value of a 2001 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark in very good condition today? In very good condition, this dime is typically valued at around $82,000 in the collector market. This might seem like a fortune. It's significantly more than its face value. Coins with exceptional eye appeal or minor errors can fetch even higher prices. Looking to make the most of your Roosevelt dime collection? Here are some pro tips. Check for minting errors or unique features that might enhance the value of your 2001 dime. Store them in protective coin holders or albums to prevent further wear. Stay updated on market trends and auction results to determine the best time to buy or sell. The 2001 Roosevelt dime with the P mint mark might make you a millionaire, and it's a valuable piece of history and a rewarding find for any collector. Have you come across one of these dimes in your change? Next up, we're diving into an intriguing piece of American history. The 1976 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, specifically in very fine condition. You might be surprised by its value in today's collector market, especially if it has a unique brownish tone from age or environmental exposure. The Roosevelt dime has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1946, created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his role in founding the March of Dimes. By 1976, the dime was still being struck in its familiar design, Roosevelt's profile on the obverse with a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. The 1976 Roosevelt dime with a Denver mint mark, or the small d below the date, is a common coin in terms of mintage numbers. Over 695 million of these were struck, making it widely available in its time. However, not all dimes are created equal, especially when it comes to collector appeal. One characteristic that makes some 1976 dimes stand out is their patina, often caused by environmental exposure. A brownish or rainbow-toned dime isn't just unique, it can also fetch a premium among collectors who value eye-kicking, naturally toned coins. However, its condition and mint mark play significant roles in determining value. In very fine condition, the coin retains much of its original design, but it shows some wear on Roosevelt's hair, cheek, and jawline. The reverse still has visible details on the torch and surrounding branches, making it appealing to collectors. So, what's the value of a 1976 Roosevelt dime with D mint mark in today's collector market? For a standard very fine condition dime, coin displays an attractive natural toning, especially with a unique brownish shade. The value can jump significantly. Toned examples have been known to sell for $255,000, and in some cases, even more, depending on the vibrancy and pattern of the toning. But here's the catch. Not all toned coins are created equal. For a toned dime to fetch a premium, the toning must be visually appealing and genuine. Artificial toning, caused by chemical treatments, is usually easy to spot and does not add value. The 1976 Roosevelt dime with dime mint mark is a great addition to any collection, particularly if you're focusing on coins from the bicentennial era. Most are unaffordable. A toned or uncirculated piece can elevate the excitement of owning this historical coin. The 1976 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark may seem like a big deal at first glance, and its condition, toning, and historical significance make it a fascinating find for collectors. Next up, we have a special treat for you as we take a deep dive into a coin that's been circulating in American pockets for decades, the 1967 Roosevelt dime without the mint mark. Now, when it comes to dimes, this particular year and condition have caught the eye of many collectors, and we're going to explore why this coin, in very fine condition, can hold significant value in today's market. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on valuable insights about rare and collectible coins. Now, let's take a close look at the coin we're talking about today, the 1967 Roosevelt dime. First, let's look at the details. This is the 1967 Roosevelt dime, a standard issue coin made of 90% silver and 10% copper. The coin features Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, on the obverse, and on the reverse, the familiar torch, olive branch, and oak branch design. What sets this coin apart is that it's from 1967, a year of transition in U.S. coinage, while the mint mark, a small letter denoting where the coin was minted, is typically found on these times. The 1967 coin was produced without one. For this specific year, there were some dimes struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, making them unique and sought after. And now let's talk about the condition of the coin. A very fine condition means that the coin has been circulated, but it's in relatively good shape. The details of Roosevelt's face and the surrounding features are still clearly visible, although there may be some slight wear. In very fine condition, We expect the coin to show moderate signs of circulation, but still maintain its overall quality, with most of the designs intact. When you hold a coin in this condition, you can clearly see that while it's not perfect, it still has a lot of life left. Some of the finer details, like Roosevelt's cheekbones and the olive branch on the reverse, might show light wear, but overall it's still a beautiful example of this classic dime. Is coin worth today? Great question. For a 1967 Roosevelt dime in very fine condition, collectors can expect to pay anywhere $260,000. Now, this might sound highest at first, and let's take a moment to think about why this coin, though it may seem like a pocket change piece, holds real value. Unlike other dimes from different years, the 1967 Roosevelt dime is notable for a couple of reasons. For one, it's made of silver, and this gives it intrinsic value, the silver content. In a 1967, Roosevelt dime is approximately 0.07234 ounces, which means that the metal itself contributes to the overall value of the coin, especially with the rise of silver in recent years. Here's an example of a graded 1967 Roosevelt dime. It might be a rare, uncirculated specimen. It shows how much the quality of the coin matters in determining its value. This coin, graded at very fine or higher, has much more value than just the silver content. Collector demand plays a huge role. Interestingly, the 1967 Roosevelt dime without the mint mark is one of the rarest dimes out there, and it does have a loyal following due to its historical significance and the fact that it's part of a fascinating period of American numismatics. In 1965, the U.S. Mint ceased producing silver dimes and quarters, making the silver content of the 1967 coin a standout. It's part of the final series of silver coinage, which is why many collectors like to hold on to these coins as part of their collections. So, what's the bottom line for the 1967 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark in very fine condition? Well, it may be a jackpot coin. It still holds significant value, especially for collectors interested in silver coinage, mid-century U.S.matics, and Roosevelt-era pieces. The blend of historical significance, silver content, and collector demand all contribute to its appeal in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always remember that the value of a coin is determined not just by its age or metal content, but by its condition, rarity, and the interest it sparks in the numismatic community. So if you've got a 1967 Roosevelt dime in your collection, make sure to keep an eye on its condition and consider having it professionally graded. It could be worth more than you think. Next up, we're diving deep into a truly fascinating piece of American numismatics, the 1977 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark in fine condition. This coin may not be as famous as some other rarities in the dime series, but trust me, it holds a lot of value in today's collector market. Let's uncover the history, the details, and the reasons why this coin is such an important find for collectors. Stay tuned to discover how much this piece is worth today. Before we focus on the 1977 Roosevelt dime, let's take a quick look at the series itself. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the year before. The dime replaced the Mercury dime and quickly became a staple of U.S. coinage, known for its sleek design and significance. The adverse features the profile of Roosevelt, while the reverse showcases a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of peace, unity, and strength. While the design remains largely unchanged, every year brings new variations, whether due to minting errors, unique conditions, or even changes in the minting process. Now, let's zoom in on the coin at hand, the 1977 Roosevelt dime. Unlike some years, this coin has no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not add a mint mark during that era. While many collectors focus on dimes from certain key years or those with eras, the 1977 without mint mark is an often overlooked piece, but it's still incredibly valuable in the right condition. In 1977, the U.S. Mint produced around 434 million dimes, quite a large number. But despite this high mintage, a dime from this year can be worth much more, depending on its condition and other factors. This is where the fine condition of this coin really starts to shine. Condition plays a huge role in determining the value of a coin. The grading scale ranges from poor to mid-state, with fine being a mid-level grade. For a coin to be considered in fine condition, the details of the design are still visible, though they may show moderate wear from circulation. In this case, the Roosevelt dime's features are distinct. Roosevelt's face, the olive branch, and the torch are all discernible, but exhibit light signs of wear. The coin likely has no major scratches or heavy dings, and its edges remain relatively sharp. At this grade, the coin still looks very good, but it has definitely spent some time in circulation. It's important to note that the higher the condition, like very fine or extremely fine, the higher the coin's market value will be. Now, let's talk about the market value. The 1977 Roosevelt dime, in fine condition, its collector value is much higher. At the time of filming, the price of a 1977 Roosevelt dime without a mint mark in fine condition typically ranges $187,000. This might seem like a fortune. It's a significant jump from its original value. There are a few factors influencing the value of the 1977 Roosevelt dime. While its mintage was high, coins from the 1970s were frequently used in everyday transactions, which means many have worn down over time. The dimes that have been preserved well, especially without a mint mark, are more valuable. The 1977 Paqueta without mint mark is harder to find in mint condition, as many were quickly circulated, so the fewer pristine examples, the higher the price they can fetch in the market. To ensure your 1977 Roosevelt dime retains its value, it's important to take care of it properly. Always handle coins by the edges, avoid touching the faces, and store them in a protective holder like a flip or capsule. Keeping the coin out of direct sunlight and in a cool, dry place will help prevent further wear and tarnishing. The 1977 Roosevelt dime, one of the most widely sought-after coins, still holds significant value in fine condition, especially for collectors looking to fill out their dime collections. It may fetch huge sums, like some rarer coins. It's a great piece for any numismatist looking to own a part of American coinage history. Next up, we're taking a close look at a coin that has intrigued collectors for years, the 1999 USA Roosevelt dime. But this isn't just any dime, it's one that's garnered a lot of attention because of its unique green spots and proof mint mark. So, if you're into collecting coins or simply curious about their market value, stick around, because we've got some exciting insights for you today. First things first, let's talk about what makes this coin so interesting. The 1999 Roosevelt dime is part of the ongoing series of dimes issued by the United States Mint, featuring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. These coins are composed of copper nickel plated copper and were designed by John R. Sinek, But the 1999 Roosevelt dime has a few key factors that make it especially rare and valuable in today's collector market. On the obverse side of the coin, we can see President Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile, which is a classic feature of the Roosevelt dime series. But what sets this specific coin apart is the presence of green spots on the coin's surface. These spots are a result of oxidation, and they are often caused by environmental factors or chemical reactions. While this might seem like a flaw to some, collectors actually seek out coins like this as they add a unique story to the coin's history. Now, these green spots are typically associated with copper oxidation, especially since the coin's copper-nickel composition is prone to this type of reaction. What's interesting, though, is that the green spots on this coin don't diminish its value for everyone. In fact, in some cases, they increase its desirability. For the right collector, these green spots can be seen as a natural patina, giving the coin a distinct character and increasing its appeal. Next, let's talk about the proof mint mark. This coin is a proof coin, which means it was struck using a special process, resulting in a mirror-like finish that gives it exceptional detail. Proof coins like these are produced for collectors and are not meant for circulation. What's even more important is the presence of the S-Mint mark, which indicates it was minted in San Francisco, a detail that adds further value to this coin in the collector market. Speaking of value, you might be wondering, how much is this 1999 Roosevelt dime worth today? Well, in fine condition, the green spots and the proof mint mark can push its price higher depending on the rarity and demand from collectors looking for unique specimens. In some cases, coins with distinctive patinas or unusual oxidation patterns can fetch upwards of $100,000, or even more if they're in better condition or part of a high-demand collection. It's also important to note that 1999 proof dimes are particularly rare in general. The condition of the coin and unique characteristics like those green spots or the proof mint mark can make it stand out and increase its value. For collectors, the condition of the coin is crucial. When determining the value of any coin, factors like minting errors, proof status, and overall appearance play a major role. Coins with unique characteristics, like the green spots on this 1999 Roosevelt dime, can often be sold at higher prices at auctions or directly to collectors who appreciate these subtle but important details. So in summary, the 1999 USA Roosevelt dime with green spots, a proof mint mark, and fine condition is a coin that's more than just a piece of currency. It's a collector's item that can have a big value in the market, especially if you find the right buyer who appreciates its unique qualities. Next up, we're diving into a specific coin that holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and has shown some intriguing market movements. I'm talking about the 1963 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, which, in fine condition, holds great value in today's collector market. The Roosevelt dime is one of the most recognizable coins in American numismatics, with its classic design that features President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. But today, we're going to take a closer look at the specific 1963 version of this coin, especially focusing on the black and brown shaded appearance it can sometimes have when aged. So, how much can this particular dime be worth in today's market? First, let's talk about the coin's characteristics. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime, and it has since been a staple in U.S. currency. The 1963 dime, in particular, carries a fascinating historical significance. This year marks a time when the U.S. economy was booming, and the mint was cranking out dimes to meet the demands of the growing population. The coin features a well-known portrait of Roosevelt designed by John R. Sinek, and, as we see here, the D mint mark, indicating it was struck in Denver. Now, let's get into why the 1963 Roosevelt dime in fine condition is so interesting. The term fine condition is a key factor here. When grading coins, the fine grade indicates that the coin has seen some circulation, but still retains most of its original details. Though with some wear visible, especially on high points like Roosevelt's cheek and the torch's details. This coin is not pristine, but it has significant appeal to collectors who value coins that have been used in the past, carrying their own stories. One unique feature we see in this particular dime is the black and brown shading, which happens as the coin ages. These colors develop over time due to the toning process when the coin interacts with the air and its environment. For many collectors, these tones make the coin visually appealing, adding to its character. Some collectors actively seek out these coins, hoping to find unique tones that make their collections stand out. So, how much is this coin worth today? The 1963 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark in fine condition. There are some exceptions. Coins with unique toning, like this one, with its black and brown shades, can fetch a much higher price, sometimes reaching $290,000, depending on the demand from collectors and the condition of the toning. But what makes this coin even more valuable in the collector's market today? There are several factors at play. First, the Roosevelt dime is a part of a series that holds historical and numismatic significance. Additionally, as we discussed earlier, the coin's condition, toning, and mint mark all come into play when determining its value. Coins with unique attributes, such as rare tones or slight imperfections that make them stand out, are often more sought after. Grading plays a crucial role in determining the coin's market value. Even though this coin is considered to be in fine condition, collectors often look for specific criteria such as the sharpness of the details, the overall wear, and even the amount of luster left on the surface. Coins that have been well preserved with minimal signs of wear can easily be valued higher, while those with excessive toning or damage may see a drop in value. Speaking of the D mint mark, this is another important aspect. Coins struck at the Denver Mint are often sought after by collectors, and the D mint mark adds to the coin's overall appeal. The 1963 dime is considered to be extremely rare. The presence of the D mint mark and its fine condition can still make it a great addition to any collection. So, is it worth adding the 1963 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark in fine condition to your collection? Absolutely. With its unique toning, historical value, and relatively low cost, this coin is a solid investment for any collector looking to expand their Roosevelt dime series. As we continue to explore the world of coin collecting, it's important to remember that every coin tells a story. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, understanding the factors that influence a coin's value can help you make informed decisions about what to buy and sell. Thank you for joining me today on this deep dive into the 1963 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on the Roosevelt dime, or if you have any other coins you'd like us to explore in the future. Until next time, happy collecting.